So it's the middle of the night for me. I'm having a lot of trouble sleeping. I've had a lot of trouble sleeping for the past few days. And I'm going to make this attempt at a motivational talk again. And this video is going to be geared towards people who have been dumped and cheated on, used and abused, and finally it's over and you're left kind of with the pieces, wondering what is and what was and what to do. So if this is a situation that you're going through where you've been dumped and stuff and they're moving on without you and you don't really know how to handle it, I guess this video is going to hopefully help you, or at least make you think, or at least offer up a talking point. And as always, like in my last video, you guys can comment down below and you can talk to me if you need to and talk amongst each other. And no matter how old this video gets, as long as my channel is an active channel, I will reply to you and I will try to help you. So I found out today that the person that I cared about the most, the person that I wanted to be with more than anything, the person who I honestly would have married and the only person I ever truly considered marrying, that she cheated on me. For the past year, she's cheated on me. That there were times when she told me she would put our daughter first no matter what, and that wasn't the case because she had other people watching our kids so she could go out with dudes. It's kind of messed up. And it proves to me that almost everything that ever came from her mouth towards me was a lie. And some of you may feel that. Some of you may be recently divorced or recently dumped, and you may be feeling like, how can they do this when with everything they said and promised? The way that they said if they couldn't be with you, they'd end up with no one because they didn't want anyone else. When you realize that everything that ever came from their mouth was a lie, it can be pretty hard, and I understand that. And it's the middle of the night for me. I'm having a lot of trouble sleeping. And when these things get fresh in my head, I want to share them to kind of talk with you guys. So maybe if you're going through the situation, you can understand firsthand from a true account exactly what's going on and how you can possibly help yourself. So I found out that she was cheating on me for the past year. That she would go out with these guys, and then she would do who knows what, and then she'd come back over to my house and play house with me and make me think that everything was okay, and I never knew anything about it. And at first, that's going to make you very sad. For a minute, you're going to feel sad, and you're going to wonder what you did wrong, and you're going to think about things, and you're going to cry. God knows I've been crying. I've been crying quite a bit lately. But you're going to cry, and you're going to wish you were dead at points. You may even consider killing yourself. I know I've been there in the past few days. And you have to just accept what is and let go of what was. I have to accept that right now I'm alone. I'm by myself. I have my kids, thank God. That'll pull me through something, and that'll be a personal challenge that I will attempt to grow through and try to be there for them as much as I can. And what was a family that I believed in, that I thought I would have a future, that has been smothered out. The truth is, you can't be sad. You can't be mad. Because if you stay that way, it doesn't do anyone any good. And it does. Why? Why would you be sad? Why would you hurt? Or why would you wish bad things on someone else? Because guess what? While you're at home and you're crying, you're the only one suffering. She's out partying. She's out on another date with someone else. She's probably already hooked up with somebody by now. And so you're left here feeling that anger and that sadness and that betrayal. And it doesn't do any good to anyone else, and it doesn't even make the other person hurt at all, because they are the one that left. They're the one that cheated on you, and they're the one that used and abused you. they're the one that let go. So they're the one who doesn't have to feel any pain, and they get to move on with their life, and they're having fun. So when you sit around and you suffer and cry, and you think about how much you wish you were dead, or wish they would come back, or any kind of feeling, you have to not. You have to try to push past it. I know that's a very, very hard thing. I know. You have to be the bigger person, and you have to pray to whatever God you believe in, or even if it's just talking out loud to the universe, whatever it is. You have to pray something positive for that person, even though they hurt you so bad. Because they're lost. They're a lost person. They're a small and weak person if they were able to hurt you so bad and so dear, and they were able to give up on you so quickly. Then you have to pray positively for them. Because if you pray badly, you're just hurting yourself, and you're just hurting your relationship and frame of mind that you have with your God, or with the universe, or whatever you want to say. So you have to be the bigger person, and you have to move on. And it's okay to hate them. I know my feelings are very, very quickly turning into something angry. And it's hard. It's a very torn feeling between loving a person so much that you want to spend your life with them, and then literally hearing something that rips the very last piece away of who you were and leaves you just empty. If you have kids with someone like this, I'm really, really sorry. I am. God, I am so sorry. Because I've been through this situation. This will be the second time now. And the first time wasn't anywhere near as bad because I didn't care about that person anywhere near as much, and it was more about being a man at that point and having a different sense of morals. And this situation, this time around, this was a person that I really cared for. This is a person who pulled me from the depths when I first met her. And then to be so utterly betrayed, it's definitely a life-changing experience that I will have to figure out how to get through. So if you are going through a situation like this, the whole point of this is that you have to accept what is and let go of what was. And that you can't be sad, and you can't beat yourself up, because if you didn't do anything wrong, if you didn't cheat on them, if you didn't betray them, then you're a good person. No matter what anyone says about you, especially when you're the guy. I know it can be very hard because everyone will talk crap about you, especially your exes. You know, they don't ever want to admit that they're the ones who did anything wrong. No one ever wants to admit that they're the one who did something wrong. And I know that I have done things wrong as far as like being mean and stuff like that, but I never gave up. I didn't cheat. I didn't even so much as talk to another female because I knew that it wasn't what I wanted. So, don't be sad that someone hurt you so badly. Instead, you need to try as hard as you can to accept what is right now and to let go of what was, no matter what was. And that will be the hardest challenge you'll have of this end of your relationship, this huge chapter of your life that's closing on you. But if you can stay that way, if you can get past that one little hump, and believe me, it's hard, and I'm not even there yet myself, I just know it's what's needed. If you can get past that little piece, if you can take that step to accept it the way things are now and move past it, that's the first step you can have to healing. It's the only step that you can have that will save you. Turning to alcohol or drugs, or revenge sex, or any other number of destructive things is purely that, destructive things. You're not ready for another relationship, so don't jump into one. You're not You may not even be ready to date or to have sexual relations with another person. Don't. Even if you look at what's happening and you realize, oh, well, my ex is banging everybody in sight. Well, the thing is it's not a good thing. That's bad on her. One, not only does that make her look bad, but two, those relationships and those meaningless encounters are just that, meaningless. You need to wait, hold out for someone who's actually worth your time, and you're not ready because you don't know what your time is worth yet. So you need to really focus and think. Move past this situation so you can put it behind you, so you can find closure on it, so you can let it go. If you're going through a bad relationship, if everything's coming to an end, if it's over, accept what is and let go of what was.